So Atlanta will get the first possession. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll. And it's Teague in at the 1. Now here's Teague. He dishes it to Korver. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And Carroll gets it to go.
You look at the Hawks and how they were able to overachieve last season. Really, it's because they've built a smart basketball team that really understands how to move the ball.
Here's Knight, averaging 18 points a game. Pass to Mayo. Back to Knight. From past the arc. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. I mean, they weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking. No ball movement. Very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
Here's Milwaukee now. 4-point game. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Milwaukee on D. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
Now, the last meeting was a successful one. They were very sharp defensively, causing a lot of turnovers, and that swayed the game in their favor.
Now here's Millsap. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee. Here's Korver for 3. A rebound by the Bucks. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pulls up on the wing. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. What an easy win for him last time. As Steve mentioned, Clark, the turnover differential was a major factor.
Yeah, I call it disruptive in a word from the defensive standpoint. They were all over him the whole game.
Now here's Teague. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Here's Millsap. And again, it's Atlanta.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Now Knight. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta. There's the dish to Mayo. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Mayo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Millsap sets the pick for Teague. Kicks to Carroll. Over to the wing. Korver dishes to Carroll. Millsap against Sanders. Just 5 on the clock. Millsap misses.
Great close out there, forcing the errant shot.
Well, he made it a tough shot again. He didn't give up on it, and he got a hand up.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Sanders. And another shot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Sanders. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. Jared Bayless is checked in for O.J. Mayo. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Brandon Knight. Here's Schroeder. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Bucks. He was a non-factor. Dishes to Bazemore. Screen by Brand. A step-back shot here. Off target at the rim. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Marshall passes to O'Brien. There's the feed to Marshall. He kicks to Bayless. Here's O'Brien. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. 54 seconds left to play in the first. Screen by Brand. And Bazemore kicks to Brand. Shoots it, and it's in off the backboard.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
And so it's Milwaukee now. And here's Marshall. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Ilyasova sets it straight for Marshall. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here's Bazemore. Screen by Brand. And Bazemore kicks to Brand. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Here's Bayless. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, Steve and Clark, your thoughts?
And it's really been a dominant effort on the glass. That's been the key here.
Yeah, they've established nice low post presence, which always tends to help you on the rebounding battle.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague out there with Cephalosha. And it's Carroll in at the small forward position. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
Brandon Knight last season traded for the other Brandon Jennings. They swapped teams, and Knight ended up with the Bucks. So far, so good. Knight over 2 years younger, and he had his best season yet.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. Now here's Teague. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Top of the key, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Teague against Knight. Back to Mayo. They set the pick. The shot misses. And Atlanta will come the other way.
And for Knight last season, he upped his rate of scoring and assists, all while lowering his turnovers. That's a nice combination there, showing promise as the Bucks' point guard of the future, perhaps.
And the Hawks with possession here after the basket by Milwaukee. The inside shot. Here's Horford. Here's Millsap. Tries yet again. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's his first trip to the line. No good on the free throw. And Brandon Knight regarded as something of a combo guard coming into the league. A shooting guard's game, Steve, and a point guard's body.
Yeah, but it's encouraging to see his progress. Improving his assist-to-turnover ratio every season, and with his work ethic, I think he has a chance to make that adjustment to the point guard position.
Here's Antetokounmpo, averaging 12 points a game. Mayo kicks to Dudley. Shot clock at 6. Mayo left side.
O.J. Mayo, a smooth long-range shooter with deep range. When he gets going, he can put up some big numbers.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, pretty good numbers this season at the line for this club, right around 78% as a team.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Larry Sanders is checked in for the Bucks. Here's Millsap. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Millsap's got 5 points so far. And Mayo, 6'4", coming to the league. Some thought he could play the point guard position.
Yeah, but he's not a great penetrator or playmaker, and those are 2 things you have to do as a point guard. I think he's truly a shooting guard.
Now, here is Knight. From the arc. And again, the Bucks miss.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Carroll kicks to Korver. Misses the 3. Milwaukee leading by 4. Mayo dishing to Dudley. Pass to Knight. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. Knight's got 4 points in the quarter. The Hawks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Horford with the screen on Knight. Teague kicks to Carroll. Millsap again. Millsap's got his third basket of the night right there.
Those are the kinds of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton comes in for Jared Dudley. Jared Bayless is checked in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Marshall in for Brandon Knight. Atlanta also making some changes here. Eldon Brand's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Schroeder in for T. Korver, no luck.
Coach Mike Budenholzer got early consideration for Coach of the Year award honors in Atlanta before a rash of injuries just sidetracked their season. But a promising young head coach, really sharp.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, as we all remember, gentlemen, Brandon Knight was the 8th pick back in 2011. He's still developing, but he's still very young. And he said people do forget that. A lot of the best point guards in our game didn't get it overnight. There are a lot of places I can improve, and I embrace that. Guys, he's coming off his best season, looking to continue his growth.
He's gotten Doris better every season. Thank you. Bayless's shot is off. Coach Budenholzer is still in his early 40s and led the Hawks to a scrappy performance in last year's playoffs.
I was very impressed with the job he did as the head coach of the Atlanta Hawks in his first season. They were forced to go small with the injuries along the front line, so even with the spread out small ball style of play, great spacing, movement offensively, and really was effective with it as they pushed the Pacers to the brink in that first round playoff series.
Here is Sanders following the bucket by the Hawks. To the wing on the left from downtown. Bayless's shot is off.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
And inside. He's against Sanders.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
And we're through 2 here in a good one. Bucks lead by 2. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Knight and Mayo man the backcourt. Then there's Sanders. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's O'Bryant in at the power forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. And that one's good. Horford's got his second bucket.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Now, here is Knight. Now the pass to O'Brien. Feeds it to Mayo. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Offensive rebound. The Hawks trailing. Here's Carroll, averaging 12 points a game. Deflects the pass, and stolen by Mayo. For the finish.
Tore it down that time. That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
Larry Sanders is 6'11", but sports a 7'6" wingspan, long and athletic. I think he's got the potential to be an elite shot blocker and defender. He has to really reel in his emotion if he's going to maximize his potential.
The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Carroll. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, you know, the less said about the Bucks at home this last year, the better. It was a season to forget, and their play at home was very forgettable.
Bucks with just 10 wins all year at home a season ago. They knew it would be a tough year, but I don't think they thought it would be that bad.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Larry Sanders. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Atlanta. Here's O'Brien. He's got 5. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Knight against T. Out to the right wing. Carroll passes to Sefolosha. Atlanta again missing. Well, the Bucks had a lot of problems in a lot of different areas last season.
And some distractions off the court as well. Even when you play at home, if you don't have a competitive roster and have distractions, then that's a recipe for big struggle.
The Hawks trail by 4. Millsap sets the pick for T. He feeds it to Sefolosha. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. Sefolosha's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Kevin, there's no doubting a tumultuous offseason for Jason Kidd. After what some say was a failed power play in Brooklyn, he moved on to coach Milwaukee. The Bucks with a less established roster, but Kidd got a bump in pay and may have a larger say on personnel. A surprising move, but he seems genuinely excited about guiding this young roster. Kevin, over to you.
He said it's not about the market, it's about the opportunity. We'll see how it goes. Thanks, Doris. Pass tonight. 1:44 left to play in the third. Out to the wing. Here's on to Tacumbo. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Bazemore. Another 3 for Atlanta.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Bucks trail by 4. Here's on to Tacumbo. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Sefolosha. The dish to Bazemore. And he makes good on the layup. Bazemore's got 5 points so far.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
A nice shot by Knight.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Now here's Teague. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Top the key, Bazemore. Uncovered. Offensive rebound. Right side, Millsap. And stolen by Knight. The finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Yeah, it's one thing to create a turnover, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, that's even better.
Now here's Teague, averaging 16 points a game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Shot clock at 6. Millsap a screen. Here's Bazemore. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Such a careless pass. You got to keep your head in the game here.
8 seconds left to play in the third. Now Bayless lets it go from deep. No good on that last second attempt there. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that pass.
Beautiful.
The Hawks leading. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Sefolosha. Kyle Korver is out there with Schroeder. Then there's Scott, and it's Brand in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Corver, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Kyle Korver really keeps his defender busy. He's great at running off screens, and that's where he gets a lot of his shots. And even when he doesn't get the ball, he occupies the defense, which is so important for his team.
Both free throws good from Korver. And Korver really trains so that he can sustain that energy moving off the ball.
That's one of the more impressive things about it. Not only his quick release, but the work he does prior to getting loose for those shots. It takes an awful lot of endurance, stamina, and mental toughness, Kevin.
6 on the shot clock. Marshall can't hit. The Hawks leading by 4. Korver, good.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now, here's Marshall. He dishes it to Bayless. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Loose defense at such a critical time. You're better off sending him to the line than giving him 2 points.
Here's Schroeder. Kicks it to Scott. Dishes to Korver. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. O'Brien, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Mayo comes in for Jared Bayless. And it's Brandon Knight in for Kendall Marshall. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Al Horford, he's checked in for Brand. Millsap comes in for Scott. Tamari Carroll's checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Teague in for Schroeder. Now here's Mayo. Over to the wing. Here's Middleton. And a miss there on the triple. Atlanta leading by 4. Now here's Teague. The feed now to Korver. He kicks it to Millsap. Milwaukee with the rebound. Sanders has got 6 rebounds in the game. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Atlanta?
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball move.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
And Antetokounmpo's check in for Chris Middleton. The Hawks shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. To the wing on the left. Carroll dishes to Teague. Just 5 to shoot. Korver kicks to Horford. From 12 feet out. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul.
A little over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
And if you're already boxed out, you've got to try to work to get around. Otherwise, it's a surefire foul.
Sanders with a screen on Teague to tie it up. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Knight. He has 8 points and 1 steal.
Now getting to the free throw line and converting once he's there, along with his passing, those are the areas where he's really been strong.
Well, yeah, guys, it's basically just old school basketball he's been playing. I love it.
He's just got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of high-pressure situation.
Teague, the pass to Millsap. It's rebounded by O'Brien.
That was a layup. And you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
1:57 left to play here in the 4th. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Now here is Horford. Horford missing again. Here's Mayo. Chance there to take the lead. Missing for Atlanta. They've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one.
Oh, man, what a play. Talk about putting something extra on it.
That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're behind by 2. 1:25 left in the game. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. With the game still up for grabs, he simply told his guys, we're right there. Stay focused, execute, and get it done. Kevin, let's see how it plays out.
Thank you, Doris. And the officials called the foul, reaching out and committing the intentional foul here, and his teammates baffled.
Yeah, everybody's kind of looking at him like, what are you doing? I mean, I think he just lost track of the situation.
Both shots good from the strike.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
Teague against Knight. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. There's a minute left to play in the final quarter. Teague kicks to Horford. With the fadeaway. Yes!
I tell you, somebody got to Al Horford. He's playing with a lot of fire.
And here is Knight. Sanders sets the screen for Knight. Pass to Mayo. Back to Knight. Feeds to Antetokounmpo. The pass to Sanders. Inside runner. Buries it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Teague gets to Millsap. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open threes.
And that one falls for Millsap.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're behind by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Now they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 in the tie or the quick 2 in the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
In low to Sanders, and stolen by Horford. And that's an intentional foul.
Smart foul there. You got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and polish it off.
And here's Mayo for 3. Knocks down the 3. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one.
A chance to tie it up, Clark.
A 3 would make it happen.
And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Al, plenty of battling out there tonight. At what point did the team start to really respond in terms of trying to stay on top of the momentum in this game?
It all started the second half. We didn't do a good job the first half. We let them hang around. But, at least we reacted better the second half. This is one of those games that we just had to, will our way to win this.
You toughed it out, Al. Thank you so much. Guys?
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Paul Millsap.